So ladies and gentlemen, let's go through your CE requirements for your Insurance Council of British Columbia BC Life License. The first thing I want to mention about the BC Life License is to be careful because BC has two organizations basically called the same thing. The ICBC is for auto insurance, and the Insurance Council of BC is for your life insurance. So make sure you go to insurancecouncilofbc.com. Once you're here, you'll find at the top tab it says Continuing Education and then CE Requirements. So this is the page it brings us to, and very interesting on the Insurance Council of BC website. It does start off with this little paragraph here that continuing education is learning that helps fulfill the knowledge required to maintain a standard of professional competence and ensures practices remain current with an ever-changing industry. I love this summary because that is exactly what continuing education is all about. It's all about keeping us current, and I love that ICBC has put this in here. Now, when we scroll down, there are some documents that you can get access to here that'll give you much more in depth. So when you click here for the life and accident sickness agents, it brings you to this page. And this document has all the little minute details. We're not going to go through these, but as you can see, there are 11 pages of information here if you did want to get specific and see what all of these little details are. But as I said, this is only going to be a video with a summary of what you need. So if you have a British Columbia life and accident sickness license, then your requirements are 15 CE credits each year. Your licensing period is between June 1st, which is your renewal date each year, and May 31st. So you must have your 15 CE credits within that time frame. What's changed from the previous requirements? I love that ICBC has put this in here. Every type of license does require the same number of CE credits for that class of license. So it used to be that in previous years, this is a new change, that if you were licensed for 3 to 5 years, then instead of 15 credits, you needed 10. If you were licensed for 5+ years, then you needed 5 CE credits every year. It is now 15 credits per year, regardless of how long you've been licensed. And it does say each class of license, and these are your classes. So if you have life and accident sickness, that's one class, you need 15 credits. General insurance agent, which is P&C, then you need 8. So we're not talking about any other class here other than the life license. CE credits cannot be claimed for developing, leading, teaching, or presenting a course at a seminar. This is a change because in the past, if you were a wholesaler and you were doing presentations, then you can get credits for that, even as a life agent. If you were doing a seminar for a bunch of clients, you could use that as well, though that rule has been stricken. If you receive your life license in the 3 months before the end of a license period, so between March 1st and May 31st, then the CE requirement for that first license period is waived. So if you're a brand new agent and you've been in the industry less than 3 months before your renewal, you don't have a CE requirement. Next up, you can carry forward up to 1 year worth of CE credits for the next license period. So if in a year, instead of earning 15 credits, you earn 30 credits, you can use the 15 credits for this renewal and then 15 credits carry forward for the next renewal. CE credits for one course can only be used once towards your CE requirements for every 3 licensing periods, unless the course content has substantially changed to warrant retaking the course. So this is a point to be careful of, ladies and gentlemen, and you really want to make sure that the courses you take year after year are different so you don't run into an issue here. There is no maximum amount of course credits that can be claimed and no daily credit maximums. Many of the jurisdictions across Canada have a maximum of 7 or 8 CE credits that can be earned in a single day. With BC, they're saying there is none. So if you're in a situation where you've got get all your credits in a single day, you can do 15 hours in a single day. Really difficult to do that, and that's why most companies, most organizations do limit to 7 or 8. ICBC does not. And lastly, partial credits can be claimed in increments of 15 minutes for a course that is less than 1 hour in length. A minimum of 15 minutes of instruction time amounts to 0.25 credits. Pretty straightforward, pretty obvious. But the reality is that there are many courses that are available that are half an hour long, and those can qualify for half a CE credit, 0.5 CE credits. But it does go down to 15-minute increments if you happen to find a course like that. CE record keeping, this is very important, and basically, very, very quickly, when you get a CE credit or a CE certificate, ladies and gentlemen, print it out and put it into a file. That is the best thing that you can do. If you receive these via email, then create a new folder on your desktop or your laptop, on your computer, and then just take all those emails and put them into that folder in your email system, whether that's Outlook or whatever else you're using. CE requirements for non-residents. Now, non-resident licensees whose home jurisdiction has a mandated continuing education requirement are exempt from the Insurance Council of BC's CE program requirements, provided they are meeting the requirements of their home jurisdiction. So these are non-residents. So if you're living in BC, this doesn't apply. But if you're living in another province, whether it's Alberta, whether it's Ontario, and you have an Insurance Council of BC life license, you do not need to meet these requirements as long as you're meeting the requirements in your home jurisdiction. And the last thing on the list here is if you have any questions, there is this tab that you can click for more information, basically Q&A page. And if you want to see what your CE guidelines were before June 2021, when the changes that I went through above came into effect, then you can take a look at them through here as well. So, how can we at CE Credits help you to get the CE credits that you require for your Insurance Council of British Columbia? So this is our website, ce-now.ca. The first time you come here, you're going to want to sign up. So you just click there and you put in your information and create your own password. After that, you would go to sign in, or when you come here, you just scroll down the screen and then you click on sign in. Make sure you put in remember me. Keeps your sign in information. The first time you come to our site, basically this is what you're going to see. You're going to see the unlimited plan. You're going to see all of the webcasts that we have coming up and all kinds of things like that. So how do you know something is going to count for you to use for the Insurance Council of British Columbia? Well, the answer is simple. Everything on the site is valid for you to use. Everything in on our site has been accredited, and the Insurance Council of British Columbia is a governing body. They manage the licenses in British Columbia, but they are not an accrediting governing body, which means that they do not look at the presentations and accredit whether that content is valid or not. They trust that the other governing bodies in Canada have done a decent job and therefore accept credits that have been produced and accredited by any governing body in Canada. So everything on our site has been accredited, and therefore it is acceptable to the Insurance Council of British Columbia. If you require your full 15 credits for your year, you can do any one of our webcasts. It's a 2-day webcast. You will usually see 3 or more webcasts on on the homepage here at any time. Just join up for those 2 days. You get 15 CE credits, and your CE certificate is emailed to you the day after the event concludes. And as I mentioned, every presentation and course listed on those CE certificates are valid and acceptable for ICBC. Now, one of the rules was for ICBC was you can't have duplicates. Every single year, we are changing our presentations 100%. So whatever presentations are on our webcasts in 2022 have been recorded in 2022. In 2023, all brand new presentations will be recorded, and not a single presentation from 2022 will show up on our 2023 webcast. And this will happen year after year, 2024, 2025, and so on. So if you can't duplicate your courses year after year, then coming to ce-now.ca and ce-credits.ca to get your CE credits is a perfect opportunity to know not only you get new and up-to-date content, as was requested by ICBC, but you are also getting a CE certificate with no duplication from year to year to year. So that makes ce-now.ca a perfect place for you to earn your CE credits. Now, if you need less than 15 CE credits, you can always go to our course directory and you just scroll down the page and you will start seeing all the different individual presentations that are available to you. And we've got pages and pages of these presentations. We've got over 300 presentations available for you on our site. So you choose the individual presentations you want, and then you can earn the last of the credits that you need. So ladies and gentlemen, those are your CE requirements for the Insurance Council of British Columbia, life and A&S licenses. My name is Alan Hoffman. My contact information is above. If you have any questions, feel free to email me and I will get back to you. And just remember, we're here to help.